5 books that you need to read or listen to, because I like audiobooks as well, if you want to make dramatic shifts in your life. You want to be more successful, you want to be happier, you want to be more abundant, you want to be more fulfilled, you want to be more free. Welcome back to another video. I'm Maximilian. I help entrepreneurs reprogram their life, rewire their mind for happiness, success, abundance, fulfillment, confidence, you name it, I do it. Book number 1. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of my favourite authors ever to live right now. When I came across his stuff, I was like, oof. And in this book, and there is another one of Joe Dispenza, I will explain it at the end. In this book, he explains how you lose your old personality because your personality dictates your personal reality. How you think, how you feel, how you act dictates how you become, who you become. Now, science before always believed that you could never change your life. Everyone before never believed that you could change your life. Whereas now this book is combining the spirituality with the science to say, rather than it's left-sided versus right-sided, we've got it coming together as one. Everything is one. You want to make these shifts, you can make them so easily and so simply. And in this book, you are basically learning how to lose your mind and create a new one. You want to get out of the old states of mind that you once had that are holding you back. You want to get out of that place. This book will teach you exactly that. Not only does it have all the science, all the knowledge, all the information, it also has the process of the meditations of how you actually lose your old mind. Now also, if you want any help with this, please do send me a message, because I can guide you through the process, because I understand that reading a book alone is quite difficult to just start out on it on your own. But I highly recommend, if you want to completely rewire your and reprogram your mind, you keep listening to these videos that I'm putting out, you follow me across social media, and you also read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I'm not a massive reader. I never was a massive reader. I could barely read. This book has enticed me, and I am continuing to read this. Not every day, I'll admit that, but I listened to the audiobook at least 3 times. I'm on my 3rd time right now, and I absolutely love the book. I like to get my information more from audiobooks because I can just sit there and I can just consume and I can write down. But when I started reading this, it really started to shift, and I was like, I can get the information, I can put it into my own words, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So for example, all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just highlight all of the key points that I believe, and I'm gonna write them out, and I'm gonna summarize the book. So once I've done that, I will be making a whole summary of what I took away from this book, and I will be putting it into a whole video explaining to you how you can completely change your life and essentially just save you reading it. I like to read it, so I want to get the information, but I want to simplify it so that you guys can just watch these videos and get all the information just like that. Book number 2. This one and the rest of them I'm going to be explaining because they are from Audible, and this is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now me, I was such a shy nervous person before. I could not speak. I hated speaking to people. I literally hated it. It was the worst thing. I'd be the one that would always stand at the back of the crowd because I didn't want to be the one speaking to everyone. I just didn't like it. I was just so shy, so nervous, so anxious. And How to Win Friends and Influence People allowed me to really understand how to get on the side of other people, how to make people feel great about themselves so that I could become a good conversationalist. Because being a good conversationalist isn't about being the best talker, it's about being the best listener and being the best questioner. And you will learn that in How to Win Friends and Influence People. Reason being is this book basically explains how you can win friends and influence people. Now, one of the key points from this book that I absolutely love was when a child was speaking to a man. And the child was speaking to the man. It was the mum or the auntie, I can't remember exactly, but it was a mum or the auntie. She had a guy coming round, he was a lawyer, and as he came round, he was talking to the kid, and he realised the kid was very interested in boats. He spoke to him for a good, I don't know how long it was, but when he was speaking to him about the boats, the kid was so enticed into what he was talking about, and he said, that guy was amazing, mum, he was so interested in boats, he was so interested in all the stuff I'm interested in. He was like, he's really not. He was just good at asking you questions about what you liked. And that is the key with being a good conversationalist. You just got to be a good questioner. And this book really explains in depth how you can become a good questioner, how you can become a good listener, and understand that you don't need to be the loudest, you don't need to be the most talkative, you just need to be good at certain specific key points in order to make these shifts in your life. So if you really struggle with being shy, you really struggle with anxiety, highly recommend to listen to this book or read this book. I personally have listened to the book over 12 times now on Audible. I would listen to it on repeat, and now I just indulge it, and I love the book. It's such an old book, but the concepts are still valid to today's day. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still some stuff that isn't valid in the book, but a lot of the concepts, I say 90% of the book has a lot of valid concepts in today's day, even though it's quite an old book. Book number 3, Think and Grow Rich. It says it in the title. You want to be wealthy? Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, I love his work. Amazing stuff, amazing content, amazing. Honestly, this book is amazing. I highly recommend this book, whether it is that you want to create a successful business, successful channels, successful whatever it is that you want to do, whether you just want to be happy. You need to understand the power of your thoughts. When you understand the power of your thoughts, the fact that you can think yourself to health, wealth, abundance, success, whatever it is, love, you can do that, and this book explains exactly how to do that. And it's very interesting that I spoke about this in Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Your thoughts create things. Now, when you truly believe something, anything is possible. How you think up here will change your mind, but moving to Think and Grow Rich, it explains how you can truly use the power of your thought in order to create wealth, in order to amass an amount of wealth, of riches, of abundance in your life. One of the greatest topics that I took away from the book was auto-suggestion, and that is the power of your subconscious mind, which ironically is in a lot of the books that I read now, and ironically is in the work that I teach now. And this is where it really makes a lot of sense. When you start to train your mind to think in a certain way, you won't just change your life, you will completely transform who you are, which will change your life. One of the key stories in this book, which I absolutely loved, was his son of the son of Napoleon Hill. I believe it was the son of Napoleon Hill. I can't remember exactly. I haven't listened to the book for a while. I listened to it about 3 years ago, again 9 or 12 times. This was How to Influence and Influence People, Think and Grow Rich. I'd listen to them on repeat. And it was his son who physically didn't have openings for ears when he was born. Now, he programmed his son to believe that one day it would be possible for him to hear. It wasn't scientifically possible because he didn't even have holes for ears. It just wasn't scientifically possible. They said it's not going to be done. But Napoleon Hill said it's going to be done. It's going to be done. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be done. And one day, a hearing aid company ended up reaching out to him, and he tried different hearing aids before, but this one company reached out to him and he tried it and it actually worked. Now, you can't tell me that that's just a coincidence, because he was told it's never going to happen. Well, he specifically wasn't told, his dad was told, but his dad said to him, this is going to work. You one day will hear, you will believe it, you will feel it. And it got to the point where he was actually able to do that. And that is the power of your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create your world. Utilize these books to understand the power of your thoughts and make these dramatic shifts in your life. Book number 4, Man's Search for Meaning. This may be the best book that you will ever read, because one word that will change your life is perspective. When you change your perspective, everything begins to shift. Man's Search for Meaning is a book by Viktor Frankl when he was in a Nazi war camp. I believe it was Auschwitz. I'm not sure exactly which war camp it was, but he was in one of the Nazi concentration camps. And he understood the power of changing his perspective. While so many people were dying, he was using that to tell stories. He was visualizing, he was envisioning himself to be explaining these lectures of how awful they had it, but how he survived it. When he started to change his perspective, this book will really give you a perspective shift, and it will really give you a reality check to say, I really haven't got it that bad. He was literally beaten, malnourished, he was literally awful. Absolutely awful, but you need to see things from a different perspective. If you want things to change, you've got to change. You've got to understand how lucky we are today. And I always say this, gratitude is the biggest thing you can ever feel. When you read this book, you will, and I guarantee you, you will be grateful for the life you're living today, no matter how good, no matter how bad it is. You read that book, that one book will change your life. I'm listening to this audiobook, and I'm literally listening to it driving, and I was like, whoa, life's easy, life is easy. Think about, like, they couldn't do anything, they were forced to do certain things, they were literally forced to dig their own grave. And he literally got to the point where he luckily got a way out of digging his own grave and managed to survive it because of the power of thought. All these books that I'm including are the power of thought, are the power of your intention, and they will positively impact your life. So I highly recommend this book if you want to change your perspective. Book number 5, Letting Go. Again, it's in the title. When you let go, you let it flow, everything you want will come to you. When you begin to understand the power of letting go, this book is a brilliant book. It really allows you to understand how to let go. This book really explains it in depth of how to let go, and there's not much out there that explain how to let go, whether that's law of attraction, whether that's whether that is a past person, a past relationship, something like that. We need to let go and let it all flow. You'll begin to notice when you start reading these books, listening to these books, you'll start to see these shifts popping up in your life. I don't know everything from this book. All the other books I've read multiple times. This book was one key book that I listened to that allowed me to really understand of how to let go and let things flow. And if you really want to dive deep into letting go and you're really struggling with letting go right now, you need to listen to this book. Like I said, it's in the title, and all I'm going to say with that book is you need to understand the power of letting go. When you understand the power of letting go, things will flow. So listen to that book and watch yourself start to attract new, better opportunities into your life. Book number 6 by John Parkin. It's called Fuck It. So the name, this was actually said, he was as he was writing the book, he kept getting declined, saying that you can't put an expletive on there, you can't do that, you can't put swear words, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he was literally like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. And this book is the understanding that you can just say, sometimes just say, fuck it, I am just going to do this. No matter what goes on, sometimes it's okay just to say, you know what, screw it. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, why don't I just do it? I've been wanting to travel the world, why don't I just do it? Because you don't want to get to the end of your life and realise, I should have just done that. I should have just done that. You will feel so much pain, so much regret if you don't just say fuck it sometimes. And this book, I highly recommend this. It was recommended to me by one of my mentors, and he told me you need to read this book. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And I absolutely love the book, what it stands for, and how he just allowed himself to really let go and sometimes just say fuck it. And now he's living such a great and powerful life, literally explaining the principles of the book. That's what he does because he truly loves it. So sometimes just know that you can just say, fuck it. And the 7th and final book is Becoming Supernatural, again by Dr. Joe Dispenza. There's not too much for me to explain because all his work is aligned, they're just spread out into different books. Becoming Supernatural is just a great book and really understands, again, how you can step outside of yourself and become supernatural, become the best part of you, the best version of you that you want to become. This won't happen overnight, this won't happen easily, this takes the concentration, the focus, the intention. But when you move from a state of thinking to doing to being is when you begin to change. And again, anything that Joe Dispenza writes, I truly will always announce his work as great because I love the work that he's putting out there. I love that he's connecting spirituality with science, combining it to one so that there isn't the left and the right anymore. It is just one. We all need to come together. We all need to live from a state of love. And I hope these 7 books are going to help you change your life. Because what it comes down to is the books that you read. The books you read and the people you spend the most time with are the person you are going to become in the next 5 years. So ask yourself this question. What books are you reading? What people are you spending your time with? And who do you think you're going to become in the next 5 years? If you don't like the look of that, start to make these shifts today. So I'm going to list them out once again, just to give you a quick summary on what the books are. So book number 1, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Book number 2, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Book number 3, Think and Grow Rich. Book number 4, Man's Search for Meaning. Book number 5, Letting Go. Book number 6, Fuck It. And book number 7, Becoming Supernatural. So I hope this video has given you some inspiration. I hope you've liked this video. If you have liked this video, comment any questions you've got, please do comment or send me a message on Instagram. But other than that, I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Hope you keep smiling, spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity.